What's up, guys? Welcome to Last Week in the NFL, Week 4. It is our weekly recap show, and we're a quarter of the way through the year. I mean, it's kind of crazy already.
I know. It goes by so fast.
To think that we're already a quarter of the way, and I still feel like I don't know a lot about a lot of these teams. Like, I feel like a lot of teams, we're still just, I can't tell if they're even going to be, really bad or, be a playoff contender yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's get into our records. I went 8-7 this week, so very similar to last week. Obviously, two teams were on a bye, being the Jets and the Niners.
Yep.
So a little less games to pick this week, but you went one game better.
Mm-hmm.
You went 3-2 on the games that we had separate. So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's always nice to finish the week better than you. So.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I think that's, third straight week maybe.
Yeah, 9-6. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
So yeah, I'll rebound. Don't worry. But we had a lot of good games. My game that didn't go as expected. The Buccaneers have to be one of the weirdest teams in the league.
Yeah.
Buccaneers 55, Rams 40. Who I'm amazed that the Buccaneers dropped 55 points.
Same.
Like the people in the Bruce Arians who's gonna fix Jameis Winston crowd are probably so happy right now. They're probably like, oh, this is exactly what we thought was gonna happen. He can do this, but I'm obviously not convinced of Jameis yet. Great game, and then also just the Buccaneers they jump out of this 21-0 lead, and then they almost choke it away, and then they finish it strong. It's like, what is this team?
I mean, that's what they did last week, except they just didn't get the win last week against the Giants.
Yeah. If they would have kicked that game-winning field goal, it would have been kind of the same story.
Yeah.
But really weird game. The Rams will obviously be fine. They're not going to go undefeated. This is not where I expected them to lose, but they're 3-1. They're in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't the only undefeated team to lose this weekend, so
yeah, that's very true.
Bound to happen. One of the games that went as expected for me was Browns and Ravens. The Browns obviously beat the Ravens 40-25. This is the Browns team I think people have been waiting the whole season for. I think Baker played really well. The defense played really well. Nick Chubb's a dog.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. What was that?
Like 165 or something like that?
Yeah, and 3 TDs.
Yeah, like insane. So, I mean, I think that obviously they're in first place now too.
Yeah. The AFC North is wide open.
Yeah, I'm really confused on who's going to come out of this division, honestly. I feel like you guys are just going to beat up on each other all year. But no, I mean, I feel like this is the team that everybody's been waiting to see all year, and I think if they can just keep this up, who knows what will happen. Yeah,
and this is kind of the Ravens coming back to earth, too. Because, if they win this game, they're 3-1. They have, a good lead on the division with the Browns being 1-3 then. Mm-hmm. And, everyone would still be... I mean, Lamar didn't play awful, but he was not as good as the first couple games, He's now they've lost 2 in a row. I want to see how he responds. He threw his first 2 picks of the year. I think though, the Browns made this kind of stop the Ravens from starting to pull away. So obviously big win for the Browns. They did it convincingly. They did it at home. I'm sure Cleveland's hype right now.
Yeah.
But good game.
Well, it's like now I don't even know what to think about the Ravens because both of their wins were against the Dolphins and the Cardinals, who haven't even won a game yet combined.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying.
And then their losses are to the Chiefs and the Browns now.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone was ready to anoint Lamar Jackson the MVP of the league after he beat up on the Ravens he's on the Ravens. On the Cardinals and Dolphins. But, I still don't know if he's consistent enough week to week to have the kind of season people thought he was going to have, but he's obviously had a pretty good year still. And then I did realize that I did a game that didn't go as expected. You did a game that went as expected. So we flipped things around here. My game that went as expected, I'll just do that now, is Cowboys 10, Saints 12. I thought the Saints would come in and get this win. Obviously, I made this pick at the beginning of the year, but I thought Drew Brees would be playing. But still, Teddy Bridgewater looked good the week before. It was a primetime game in the Dome. I had a feeling like the Saints would get the win, and they did. It wasn't pretty. I mean, Teddy really didn't do much. I mean, he wasn't the reason they won this game, but also he didn't lose it for them. Yeah. Very impressed with the Saints defense.
I was about to say, yeah.
Very impressed. Zeke, 1.9 yards a carry, 35 yards. I mean, if you could do that to Zeke, I actually saw, I think Shannon Sharp brought up that Dak is 1-8 when Zeke rushes for less than 75 yards. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the way to beat the Cowboys, and the Saints did it.
Yeah, I think... I'm also just as surprised that they were able to pull this one out, honestly, without Drew. I wasn't expecting Zeke to get held like that at all. He just hasn't looked super impressive this year, honestly.
No, he hasn't had that game yet where you're like, wow, like dang Zeke, like because obviously the Giant game he was kind of pulled because they were Tony Pollard played a lot of that game too.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of touches that game.
Yeah, and then the rest of the games he's just kind of he didn't do amazing against Miami or anything. Obviously he did good, but he didn't really stand out. So we're still waiting for Zeke to have that 150-yard 2 TD game that he just
he's got to have.
Yeah, he just seems to have every year.
Yeah. Well, one of the games that didn't go as expected for me was the Giants and the Redskins. I picked the Redskins to win this game.
I'm sure you're pretty happy about that.
Oh, yeah. No. I was pretty happy about this one not going as expected. I was expecting Eli to still be playing at this time, too. And I also felt like I just needed to give the Redskins a win. I thought Daniel Jones still played pretty well.
No, yeah.
He had a little hiccup there with those 2 back-to-back picks, but I personally thought those were pretty correctable. It's just timing issues.
And the rookies are going to throw their picks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fact.
He continued to play well. The Redskins, though, need to figure something out.
Yeah, they kind of threw Dwayne to the wolves.
They really did. I agree.
If you're gonna win, you're gonna let Dwayne start. Let him prepare the week as the starter. Have Terry McLaurin playing. That's a very also a big thing.
They were missing 3 of their starting offensive linemen too.
Their best wide receiver isn't even in the game, and they throw their rookie. And I mean, Haskins didn't look great in the preseason. He might not even look great. I think they actually have they have the Patriots or something next week. So poor Haskins.
I think it is too.
Poor Dwayne, but. They kind of threw him to the wolves there. Giants obviously capitalized, but it's not like Case Keenum was going to beat them anyway. The reason they benched him was because...
he was playing awful.
Yeah, he was playing awful. He missed that deep ball where the dude was wide open.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, we literally said it, though, after week 3 when we talked about that Bears game. We're done seeing Case Keenum.
Yes,
and the Redskins gave it to us, but, throw Haskins a bone. Let him get the whole week to prepare as the starter. Don't throw him in there down 14... And also, I had to throw a pick to Jabril Peppers too.
Pick
6 to Jabril. Anyone else on the team, anyone else on the team, but no, it had to be the guy that all the OSU fans make fun of for not getting any picks in college. So obviously, Haskins I think will be okay, but this year is going to be rough for the Redskins. Rough for the Redskins. And then for our betting results, you actually went 2-0, correct?
I did,
so not bad.
Yeah, I just need to start taking my own advice, honestly. I got Seattle right with covering the spread at -5.5.
They dominated that whole game.
Yeah, and then obviously the Giants covered with -2.5, winning 24-3. So I took the Giants, and then I took the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs just weren't it.
Yeah, that goes right into my picks. I went 1-1 against the spread against the Lions for the 3rd week in a row. I don't know what to do. Do I double down?
Dude, I don't know. I'm done. I'm done against them.
Patrick Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The week that I bet on the Chiefs is the week Patrick Mahomes is like, I'm not going to throw a touchdown for the first time in 20 games. Yeah. Come on, man. So, obviously the Chiefs ended up winning, but they didn't cover. I had them at minus. It was -7 when I predicted or when I picked it, but I ended up getting it at -6, making me feel even better about it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they couldn't do it. No, they got the dub, but Lions they're scrappy. I mean, they hang around in every game. As I said, I might bet against them next week. We'll see who they play.
I don't think they've played anybody in the North yet either. So I mean,
they actually have the Packers in prime time. No, I think about it next week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if it's Sunday or Monday, but. Yeah, we'll see if I take that bet. It'll depend on what the spread is.
I'm personally done with it.
Yeah, so. And then my other game, Gardner Minshew. Man is a dog, down 17-3 at half, comes back. Not only does he cover the 2.5 for me, but he wins with a game-winning field goal, made big-time throws the whole second half. I'm all in on Gardner. Also, shout out Leonard Fournette with 220 yards.
Yeah, he
went insane. Also, R.I.P. Bradley Chubb towards ACL.
Yeah, dude. I heard about that yesterday.
Not good for Broncos fans.
Not good.
They're 0-4, and Bradley Chubb's out for the year.
Oh, yeah.
So,
just want to jump back on that Minshew thing. Grow the stash for you, buddy.
Gotta rep our guy Gardner.
Let's keep it going.
And then, so for you losers, we're starting to get to the point where teams are starting to look towards the draft. I'm sure Redskins, Dolphins, Bengals, I'm sure those Broncos, I'm sure they're already all All right, let's see who's coming up next year. So my pick gonna be Tua. He's been balling the whole year, and neither of us have chosen him yet. But this week, I just couldn't ignore it. He threw for 419 yards or 18 yards, 7 total TDs, 6 throwing. He has 25 TDs in the year. We're 5 games in. He's averaging 5. This raised his average, but not by that much.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. Tua is obviously going to be my QB1 next year. The dude, he's almost boring to watch on film because the receivers are just running wide open and he hits them, or they're covered and he makes a good throw. He makes very few mistakes. Obviously, part of that is because Alabama is talented all around him. The receivers are running wide open.
Oh yeah.
But also, it's just Tua's just a really good quarterback. Mm-hmm. So any of those teams we mentioned would be happy to have him, except for maybe the Redskins because Haskins.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Didn't stop the Cardinals.
Screw it. Yeah.
Didn't stop the Cardinals.
So for me, my losers, I chose an Alabama wide receiver that you're definitely not going to be thinking of, Devontae Smith. He's Alabama's 3rd wide receiver on the depth chart, and he's still a freak. He went off Saturday. He had 11 receptions for 274 yards and 5 touchdowns. It was an Alabama school record.
Oh my gosh.
Just complete freak. He's a super crisp route runner. He's not as athletic as Judy or Henry Ruggs, so he doesn't get all the attention. But he's just as good of a route runner. I can see him sneaking into the first round, and the fact that that's a potential with having the other 2 in front of him also probably going in the first round, that's just ridiculous. Honestly.
Yeah, we could legitimately have 3 Alabama wide receivers picked before I'd say realistically pick 50.
Yeah.
Maybe before that, depending on, as I said, the other wide receivers who declares and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely won't be able to keep up these kind of numbers.
Ruggs and Judy are locked for the first round, and the fact that they just have this... They also have Jalen Waddle, who's going to come out next year.
Yeah.
The Alabama's just so deep. They're going to have so many people drafted this year. Mm-hmm. If you're a fan of a crappy NFL team and you need something to do on Saturday, turn on Alabama and choose some guys that you want, because there will be a lot of them taken.
There's a good chance one could fall to you.
They 59-31 over Ole Miss was their win this week. I didn't mention that yet, but you probably assumed they won by a lot if Tua threw 17.
Oh yeah, they killed.
And a receiver had, God, that's a crazy yards per carry too, or yards per catch. 11 for
274. Yeah.
274, and I mean Tua threw 6 TDs and 5 of them were in hand too. So I mean that's crazy game. But with that, guys, that's gonna be our show. Week 4 in the books, quarter of the season through. Pretty crazy that we're already here, but we still have a lot of football left.
Oh yeah,
a lot of teams are gonna, we're gonna find out if they're pretenders or not. It'll be interesting to see. Steelers aren't dead yet. They're not dead. 1-3, 0-4 would have been the death sentence, but 1-3, it's not over yet. We'll see though.
Oh yeah,
we'll see. Love you, Mason Rudolph. See you guys next week.
See you.